From the Papua New Guinea Rugby Sevens team. I told you a little story about them. And then a number of other women, particularly the sisters, who have led the way in leadership and into roles that were not traditionally women. I want to continue a little bit in that line with another story. This is Roger from the MSC Mission Office, and you're with Mission Alive. Now, this story involves some ghosts. I actually saw some ghosts. It goes back to the time when I was helping the Port Moresby Archdiocese with their diocesan renewal program. And as part of that, we ran some seminars for Catholic professionals. We could see that we had educated, professional, competent and experienced professional people, both women and men, in many different roles within society in Port Moresby and Papua New Guinea. So we had a seminar helping them to see perhaps more clearly and to lead them into saying, we are professionals, but we are Catholic professionals, we are Christian professionals. And our professional life needs to reflect that, and our professional life needs to shine a light on the values of our faith, of faithfulness, of peace, unity, justice, unity and diversity, equality, participation, and many other things that we count as part of this Church of Communion that we are building. And it was a very interesting process. We had a group, I forget how many, might have been 20 men and women, and as we were facilitating in different points, they would stand up and speak. And I remember some of the women, and these women might have been, midlife, in their 40s, being well educated in Catholic schools, Catholic high schools, particularly the ones run by the Daughters of Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. That'd be Ule Island, OLSH, and over on Manus Island. And they stood up, very articulate, very intelligent, speaking sense. And I would sit there sort of, very interested in what was going on, and seeing a side of these women that you wouldn't often see. But they were professionals. They'd gone up in the ranks. Some might have started as teachers, nurses, achieved senior position there. One was university professor, and the men too, doctors, lawyers, all kinds of things, teachers, headmasters. And these were the ghosts coming, the ghosts. A woman would be standing up talking, making her points, making her arguments, and I, in my imagination, could see behind her a line of sisters who had taught her through school. And these ghosts, these sisters, were saying to the young girl in high school, now you stand up and speak. You say what you mean. What do you mean by that? And it was part of their education to teach them to be able to stand up and to speak and to do. And then some of the men, of course, they stand up and spoke. And I could see the same with a line of ghosts of all the brothers, De La Salle brothers, Christian brothers, who had taught them particularly through high school, doing the same, educating them to be able to speak clearly, to be articulate, to be knowledgeable, and to be competent. And that was a really nice experience for me to see these people and to say, behind them is a whole process of teaching and education, of giving these people, young people, encouragement, confidence. And in our education, places like Papua New Guinea, that has been a very big part. And I remember the old sisters saying, when they were coming up in the early 70s to independence, saying, well, we have to get our girls ready for independence. That's where they started those girls' high schools. And they've educated generations of young girls through to mature professional adulthood. That's the mission, and I'm happy to be, I've been some part of it, a small part of the education system, but I have been part of it. And that is what we're about on Mission.